Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today we are doing mixing in Cubase 5 from start to finish. This is gonna be in parts, so make sure that you watch all the parts. So alright, in part number 1 you saw me add compressor D's and all you saw me work with SSLG channel stereo, this one right here. Check out part number 1, and then you saw me raise up the volumes using compressor D's. And now what I'm gonna do is just get these settings and send them into group number 1. Since we are into our mono track, these are stereo, so I'm gonna send all these for now. I'm gonna take out this one, and this one. It's basically the same. I'm just gonna put them into group number 1 so that the work becomes much easier. So we have compressor D's, the same settings, into group number 1, since that's where we are working from. And then this area, maybe I'm gonna use it for something else. And now before pretty low, and now with what we worked on, with what we worked with in part number 1, a huge difference, right? So now what I'm gonna do is, in our group channel number 1, what I'm gonna do is just add another EQ, and this time I'm gonna use F6 RTS stereo. This is the one that I'm gonna use just to remove any unnecessary frequencies. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna explain. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwe fyo mwava mwali kwati sholuse, natemwe fyo mwava mwali kwati sholuse, aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni. Sounds really nice when you like take off a little bit of that frequency right there, maybe -2, just a little bit. Then I'm also gonna work on 2K. I'm just gonna drop it down just a little bit around 2K. For now, let me turn it off. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwe fyo mwava mwali kwati sholu. Just to give your vocals that warm sound, by cutting around 2K area, your vocal really is just gonna sound great. That unwanted frequency, the nozzle and sharp frequencies are just gonna be controlled, and your vocal is gonna sound much warmer. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwe fyo mwava mwali kwati sholuse, natemwe fyo mwava mwali kwati sholuse, aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni, leso wamaka tata sumbulweni, natemwe fyo So what I've done right now is to get this frequency to our mids. So all you gotta do is come to mid side. There is mid side EQ this side. So you just have to, this is stereo, this is mid, and these are sides. So I'm gonna take this particular frequency to the mids. So the mids are the ones that are gonna be affected, and the rest of the frequencies are just gonna remain the way they are without being affected. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwefyo. Just raising up around 8k 10k area somewhere here to just open up the vocal just a little bit. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwefyo mwawa mwali. Really gives your vocal that feel, that openness, and that life once you like raise up around 9,000 to 10,000 hertz, somewhere there. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwefyo mwawa mwali kwatisholuse. So right now what I'm gonna do is turn off all these plugins that we have used, and then take a listen to the before and after. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, and this is after. Let me turn my plugins on. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni. I don't like the first part where he starts singing from, so let me remove snap on. I want to remove just that that other part where he is saying so I'm just gonna take that out. It's unnecessary for now. Just fade it in. Aleso amaka. Much better. Aleso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka ndeti sumbulweni, natemwefyo mwawa mwali kwatisholuse. And now what I'm gonna do is go to compressor de-esser and work with the S's. So I'm gonna turn on the de-essing right here, and then just reduce the S's a little bit. All right, this is one great thing about this compressor, is that it has de-esser and also can compress. Leso amaka tata sumbulweni, aleso amaka tatasumbulweni aleso wamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwe leso wamaka tatasumbulweni aleso wamaka. Increase the volume just a little bit due to compression, just a little bit of that gain addition. Leso wamaka tatasumbulweni leso wamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatisholuse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatisholuse aleso wamaka ndetisumbulweni leso wamaka tatasumbulweni natemwefyo mwama mwalikwatisholuse. I think it sounds much better. So what I'm gonna do now is add soak the vocal a little bit into reverb. Remember, we are still working on the lead vocal. Then in part number 3 we are gonna work on the chorus. So I want you to stay with me and make sure that you watch part number 1, part number 2. I'm gonna be linking all the parts in the description below, so in case you're interested in learning from part number 1, part number 2 and the chorus part, then you can watch those parts. Now what I'm gonna do is I showed you the reverb that I'm using in part number 1, so now let's do the connection. Turn on reverb. I changed my reverb. I'm using H reverb stereo. That's the one that I'm using, and showed you guys how you can get that correct reverb in just a matter of seconds. So now take it a little bit to maybe 15 somewhere there. Let's take a listen to this. Leso wamaka tatasumbulweni leso wamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatisholuse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatisholuse aleso wamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatisholuse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwati leso wamaka tatasumbulweni leso wamaka ndetisumbulweni. This reverb is so nice because it gives modulation, just gives your vocal that depth, and also helps your vocal to really have that rich sounding reverb. It has filters. You have a filter, then you have damping right here, and you can like increase it a little bit. So I'm just gonna work with the filter right now, just try to bring the reverb even more. So let me show you how. Leso wamaka tatasumbulweni leso wamaka
ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwati.
So what's really happening is that whenever you raise the 4K area, the reverb comes out a little bit more, as you can see when like I bring it when I take it up and on.
Tatasumbulweni alesawamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse alesowamaka ndetisumbulweni lisowamaka tatasumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse natemwefyo mwava.
So right there, I may not even put a delay because this reverb already supplies me with that. So right now what I'm gonna do is forget about the delay, the double delay, and I'm gonna use this one. The problem is when you don't know how to use a reverb with a pre-delay, you might end up adding another delay on top of the delay, and that really mudds up the track. So we wanna like have a clean vocal, and how to achieve that is that whenever you are using a delay, a pre-delay from reverb, and it's working out fine, then there is no need for you to add another delay on top of the delay.
Lesowamaka tatasumbulweni alesowamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse.
And now this other part for the dynamics is that it gives you you can de-ess your reverb, like the S's, and sometimes most of the reverbs don't have de-essing, and this is why the S's just go on and on, sound bad. But with this one you can compress you can de-ess your reverb, you can compress or de-ess. So with me, I'm gonna put my reverb on de-ess. Sounds much better right there.
Lesowamaka tatasumbulweni alesowamaka ndetisumbulweni natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse natemwefyo mwava mwalikwatishuluse alesowamaka ndetisumbulweni lisowamaka tatasumbulweni natemwe.
And now the great thing about this reverb is that you can come to global and just drive it in a little bit through, and it will really like sound great. And make sure you put it on analog. Analog is very good.
Lesowamaka tatasumbulweni Aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse.
And the other great part is that you can make it sync with your instrumental. Like this instrumental is on 50 and the tempo is on 50, so I have made it sync. Like you just have to click on it and then the whole reverb settings are just gonna sync with the instrumental.
Leso wamaka tata sumbulweni, aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse oluse natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse. Aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni, leso wamaka tata sumbulweni natemwefyo.
And now what I just did right there is just to raise the lows just a little bit and make my reverb sound darker.
Leso wamaka tata sumbulweni, aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse.
And now once you have finished working on your reverb, of course, you can now come to your sends and reduce, just like you saw me. Take 1 dB from 17 to 18, negative 18. So I just reduced it just a little bit so that it can really like settle down a little bit more. And this is how now it sounds like.
Leso wamaka tata sumbulweni, aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse. Aleso wamaka ndeti sumbulweni, leso wamaka tata sumbulweni natemwefyo mwaba mwali kwatisholuse natemwefyo mwaba.
So in the next part, I'm gonna be balancing the chorus. Then in part number 3, we are gonna do a checkup of everything. So make sure you follow me up, and if you're not yet if you've not yet subscribed or not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing for more tutorials like this one. I'll see you in the next one.